in the melting snow of Ontario, where the winds will make you shiver. 'Twas a month of May up in Georgian Bay, near the mouth of the Musquash River, where the bears prowl and the coyotes howl, and you can hear the osprey scream. Back in '99 we were cutting pine, sending it down the stream. Young Sandy Gray came to Go Home Bay all the way from PEI, where the weather's rough, it'll make you tough, no man's afraid to die. Sandy came a smilin', 30,000 Islands was a place to claim his glory. Now Sandy's gone, but his name lives on, and this is Sandy's story. And Sandy Gray lives on today in the echoes of a mighty yell. Listen close and you'll hear a ghost in this story that I tell, boys, this story that I tell. Sandy Gray was the boss of the men who tossed the trees onto the shore. They'd come and go till they built a flow, 100,000 logs or more. Then he'd ride 'em down towards Severn Sound to cut up in the mills for timber. And ships would haul spring, summer, and fall till the ice came in November. One Sabbath day, big Sandy Gray came into camp with a PD on his shoulder. With a thunder crack, he dropped his axe and the room got a little bit colder. Said, "Come on all you, we got work to do. We gotta give her all we can give her. There's a jam of logs at the little jog near the mouth of the Musquash River." With no time to pray on the Lord's day, they were hoping for God's forgiveness. But the jam was high neath the troubled sky as they set out about their business. They pushed with their poles and they ran with the rolls, trying to stay on their feet. Every trick they tried and one man cried, "This log jam's got us beat." But Sandy Gray was not afraid and he let out a mighty yell. "I'll be damned, we'll break this jam, or it's breakfast in hell, boys, breakfast in hell." Well, every one of those men did the work at 10, and Sandy scrambled up to the top. He was working like a dog, even 30-foot logs looked like he'd never stop. And they struggled on, those men so strong, till the jam began to sway. Then they dove for cover on the banks of the river, all except for Sandy Gray. With thoughts of death, they held their breath as they watched the friend go down. And they all knew in a second or two he'd be crushed or frozen or drowned. Then they saw him fall and they heard him call just once and it was over. Young Sandy Gray gave his life that day near the mouth of the Musquash River. But Sandy Gray lives on today in the echoes of a mighty yell. "I'll be damned, we'll break this jam, or it's breakfast in hell, boys, breakfast in hell." East of Giant's Tomb, there's plenty of room with no fences and no walls. And if you listen close, you may hear a ghost down near Sandy Gray Falls. Near the tops of the trees, you'll hear in the breeze the echo of a mighty yell. "I'll be damned, we'll break this jam, or it's breakfast in hell, boys, breakfast in hell." And Sandy Gray lives on today in the echoes of a mighty yell. "I'll be damned, we'll break this jam, or it's breakfast in hell, boys, breakfast in hell."